These are the top 5 things that would happen if there was a United States of Africa. The vision of a united Africa began with Muammar Gadaffi and his rule in Libya. He was all about uniting the whole continent as one country, much like the situation in the United States of America. He believed the solution to the continent's progress lay in its unification and mono-governance. Unfortunately for him, the manipulation of Western countries led to his early demise, and his vision for Africa wasn't achieved. One might wonder how Africa would have been if it was one country under a single governance. Here are some of the things that would have probably been the reality of the continent if it was unified into a country. Number 1. Change in governance. Current-day Africa has different presidents ruling over the various countries. A united Africa would have one president and the different countries would be referred to as states. Each state would have a government that answers to the president. As exciting as it sounds, Africa would need a new constitution that would enable an effective and just ruling over the people. For instance, the drafting of the first U.S. Constitution dates back to the 6th of August 1787. Many names are associated with the drafting of the Constitution, such as James Madison, George Washington, and Benjamin Franklin. As a new country, Africans would need truly just and unbiased leaders to come together and draft the first African Constitution. It is definitely something that would go down in history. Quick question: which African leader do you think would make a great president if Africa became a country? Do you think African leaders will push forth the LGBTQ agenda and accept the LGBTQ community? Would you be for or against that? Tell us in the comments. Number 2. An African passport. If Africa were a country, its citizens would use the African passport, and a powerful one at that. The economic and political stability of a country is one of the key factors that determines the power of a country's passport. Africa has the potential to build one of the strongest passports in the world. Some of the advantages of having a powerful passport include traveling to many different countries visa-free. For instance, the USA has one of the most powerful passports in the world, ranking at the 8th position. Americans can travel to over 180 countries without obtaining a visa or getting a visa upon arrival. Quick question: if Africa became a country and had a powerful passport, with the USA being one of the countries Africans can travel to visa-free, would you desire to travel to the USA? Tell us in the comments. Number 3. Rapid growth. Africa as a country would definitely make it into the list of the fastest-growing economies worldwide. Africa can be self-reliant. It has been blessed with natural resources such as oil, gold, uranium, diamond, and fertile soil, just to name a few. Not only that, but Africans are also very intelligent. A united Africa under good leadership would break down the barriers to growth. Things such as increased mobility of skilled and unskilled labor across the 54 countries in Africa, efficient management and exploitation of its resources, and favorable conditions for investors as they can easily go where opportunity pops up. Also, things such as language barriers would be completely eradicated, as English would most likely be pushed forth. This would be very important since English is the most popular language in the world. Quick question: what is the official language of your country? Tell us in the comments. Number 4. Powerful military. In a world where Africa is one country, its defense force would be unthinkable. Imagine Africa as a country, having a single army. Its defense would be almost impenetrable. Did you know that Africa is the second largest continent in the world? A united Africa would mean a strong military, and just its existence would send terror to the Western world. The Western countries would probably live in fear of Africa waging a war against them someday. It is amazing just thinking about it. Africa would not have to seek the help of another country for its safety, but would be able to protect itself from any wars or violent conflicts. Number 5. An African currency. Most countries in Africa have their central bank in the Western world. For instance, Niger, Côte d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, and Mali all have their central bank in France. The United States of Africa would put an end to this. In 2009, Muammar Gadaffi suggested that the African continent create its own currency independent of the American dollar, the gold dinar. This would have a great positive impact on firms, as it would lead to an increase in price transparency and the elimination of exchange rate uncertainty. A single currency will also enable consumers to save money as the cost of converting is removed. The unity of Africa into a country would mean the emergence of the continent from the shadows. Are you for or against the idea of the United States of Africa? Tell us in the comments. Like and subscribe for more, and be sure to turn on the notification icon so you don't miss any of our latest videos. Thank you for watching.